The story of Noah's Ark is a cornerstone of biblical literature, a tale that has been passed down through generations. It tells of a world consumed by a catastrophic flood, orchestrated by God to cleanse the earth of wickedness and corruption. Noah, a righteous man, is chosen by God to build an ark, a massive vessel to withstand the coming deluge. He is tasked with preserving his family and two of every animal kind from the impending flood, ensuring the survival of life on Earth. The floodwaters rise dramatically, covering the highest mountains and extinguishing all life outside the ark, a scene of utter devastation. For 40 days and nights, the deluge rages on, reshaping the planet's landscape and altering its very essence. As the waters finally begin to recede, the ark comes to rest on Mount Ararat, a symbol of hope, renewal, and new beginnings. Noah, his family, and the animals emerge from the ark to repopulate the earth, stepping onto dry land with a sense of purpose and gratitude. God establishes a covenant with Noah, promising never again to destroy all life with a flood, a divine assurance of protection. This promise is symbolized by the rainbow, a beautiful reminder of God's mercy, grace, and the enduring relationship between humanity and the divine. The story of Noah's Ark explores profound themes of judgment, redemption, and the transformative power of faith, resonating through the ages.
From a scientific perspective, a global flood as described in the Bible faces significant challenges. Geological evidence contradicts the notion of a single, world-altering flood event. The Earth's rock layers tell a story of gradual change over millions of years, not a sudden, catastrophic deluge. Sedimentary rock, formed by the slow deposition of material, makes up a significant portion of the Earth's crust. These layers contain fossils that show a clear progression of life forms over vast stretches of time. A global flood would have disrupted this orderly layering, mixing fossils from different eras. Furthermore, the sheer volume of water required to cover the entire Earth, including Mount Everest, is simply not possible. Even if all the ice caps and glaciers melted, the sea level would rise significantly, but not to the extent described in the flood narrative.
The biological logistics of Noah's Ark also present considerable difficulties. The Ark, while large, would have struggled to accommodate 2 of every species on Earth. Considerations of space, food, waste disposal, and the unique needs of different animals create seemingly insurmountable challenges. Moreover, many species are geographically isolated and would have been unable to reach the Ark. The delicate balance of ecosystems would have been irrevocably disrupted, leading to mass extinctions far beyond what the fossil record suggests. The genetic diversity of life on Earth today argues against a recent bottleneck event like a global flood. The survival of plants, seeds, and freshwater fish in a saltwater environment also presents a significant problem. The catastrophic environmental changes brought about by a global flood would have made the re-establishment of life on Earth extremely difficult.
Interestingly, flood narratives are not unique to the Bible. Many cultures around the world have their own stories of catastrophic floods, often with striking similarities to the biblical account. These myths suggest a common human experience with floods, perhaps influenced by local or regional events. The Epic of Gilgamesh, an ancient Mesopotamian text predating the Bible, features a flood narrative with remarkable parallels to the story of Noah. In this account, the god Enlil sends a flood to destroy humanity. But a man named Utnapishtim is warned and builds a boat to save himself, his family, and animals. The prevalence of flood myths across different cultures suggests a shared fascination with these events. Floods were a recurring threat in the ancient world, and their destructive power left a lasting impression on human consciousness. These stories may reflect a need to make sense of natural disasters and their impact on human existence.
Section 5 Regional Realities, Localized Floods in History. While a global flood is scientifically implausible, regional floods were a common occurrence in ancient Mesopotamia, the region where the Bible originated. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers, essential to Mesopotamian civilization, were prone to flooding. These floods, while devastating, were also essential for agriculture. The fertile silt deposited by floodwaters sustained life in this otherwise arid region. It is possible that the biblical flood narrative, passed down through oral tradition, was inspired by a particularly catastrophic regional flood. Over time, the story may have evolved to take on cosmic significance. The impact of such a flood on a localized population would have been profound. It could have easily been interpreted as a divine act, a punishment from the gods for human transgressions. The story of Noah's Ark may serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the power of nature and the importance of living in harmony with the divine.
Section 6. Allegory and Interpretation Decoding Ancient Narratives. Given the scientific and historical context, it is reasonable to consider the possibility that the story of Noah's Ark is an allegory rather than a literal historical account. This perspective allows us to explore the deeper symbolic meanings embedded within the narrative. Allegory is a literary device where characters, events, and settings represent abstract ideas or moral principles. It enables storytellers to convey complex concepts through simple, relatable imagery. The flood itself could symbolize the overwhelming power of chaos and destruction, a force that can disrupt and transform the world as we know it. While the ark represents hope, salvation, and the preservation of life, it stands as a beacon of resilience amidst adversity. Noah's righteousness and obedience to God can be seen as a model for human behavior, illustrating the virtues of faith and moral integrity. Emphasizing the importance of faith and righteous living, it underscores the belief that adherence to divine principles can lead to salvation. The covenant between God and Noah, symbolized by the rainbow, can be interpreted as a message of hope and forgiveness. It serves as a reminder of the enduring bond between the divine and humanity. It suggests that even in the face of overwhelming destruction, there is always the possibility for renewal and a fresh start. This theme of rebirth is central to many ancient narratives. By interpreting the story allegorically, we can glean deeper meanings and timeless lessons that transcend the limitations of a literal understanding. This approach enriches our appreciation of ancient texts and their relevance to contemporary life.
Section 7. Moral Imperatives, the Flood's Ethical Message. The story of Noah's Ark carries profound moral implications. It highlights the consequences of wickedness and the importance of living a righteous life. Noah is chosen to survive the flood not because he is perfect, but because he is a righteous man in a corrupt generation. The flood serves as a reminder that there are consequences for our actions. It underscores the importance of moral responsibility and the need to live in accordance with divine principles. The story encourages self-reflection and a critical examination of our own behavior. The story also emphasizes the importance of compassion and stewardship of the natural world. Noah is tasked with preserving not only his family, but also the animal kingdom, highlighting the interconnectedness of all living things. This message resonates today as we face challenges related to climate change and the preservation of biodiversity.
Section 8, Spiritual Significance, Themes of Renewal and Covenant. Beyond its moral message, the story of Noah's Ark holds deep spiritual significance, resonating through generations and cultures. The flood, while destructive, also represents a cleansing, a washing away of the old to make way for the new. It symbolizes the purging of corruption and the chance for a fresh start. The Ark, a symbol of hope and refuge, carries the seeds of a new beginning. It is a vessel of salvation, preserving life amidst chaos. The story speaks to the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. It mirrors the natural cycles we observe in the world around us. It offers a message of hope and renewal, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, there is always the potential for a fresh start. The dawn always follows the night. The covenant between God and Noah represents a new beginning, a promise of a more harmonious relationship between humanity and the divine. It's a sacred agreement, a bond of trust and faith. The rainbow, a symbol of God's promise, serves as a reminder of His mercy and faithfulness. It is a beacon of hope shining through the storm. It is a sign of hope, a reminder that even in the aftermath of devastation, beauty and life can emerge. Nature's resilience reflects the story's message. The story encourages us to trust in the divine plan, even when it seems unclear or difficult to understand. It calls us to have faith in the journey and the ultimate purpose. Section 9, Enduring Relevance, Timeless Lessons for Humanity. The story of Noah's Ark, though ancient, continues to resonate with people today. Its themes of judgment, redemption, hope, and renewal transcend time and culture. While the scientific evidence may challenge a literal interpretation of the flood, the story's allegorical and spiritual messages remain relevant. It serves as a reminder of the power of nature, the importance of moral responsibility, and the enduring human need for meaning and connection with something greater than ourselves. The story encourages us to reflect on our place in the world, our relationship with the divine, and our responsibility to care for each other and the planet. Whether understood literally or allegorically, the story of Noah's Ark continues to inspire, challenge, and provoke reflection. Its enduring power lies in its ability to speak to fundamental human experiences and aspirations, offering timeless lessons for navigating the complexities of life and faith.